Hey, this is TKrazyO, or the Crazy One for short, and I've been waiting for this game for a long time, since it's been announced 2 years ago. This is Fire Emblem, Three Houses. And I kept trying to start this intro earlier, but it kept switching to the intro, the actual game's intro, and then something else. So that's why I just clicked onto here. Okay. So, this is the first time I've done an actual Fire Emblem game on my channel. That's like of the Fire Emblem play type. So, we're just going to jump into this. I'm going to pick hard. And for me to enjoy it more, I'm going to pick casual, because if I play on classic, then this playthrough is never going to end. But it's like, if I play it on classic, I'm one of those people that resets if somebody dies. Oh, dang.
Ladies!
Okay, then.
Nemesis, do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die. 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 You took everything that I loved.
God dang, this got dark quick. I don't think any of the Fire Emblems I've played started like this.
He's gone now, Mother.
Oh my. What could have brought you here? I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you. I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
Okay.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Huh. Yeah, so the Garland Moon on the 7th day.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
I don't know, did I get lucky or does she always say that?
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
Because I know for most of the information in this game,
Time to wake up.
I've been kept in the dark on. So, other than like gameplay stuff, so yeah.
Were you having that dream again?
Both, but
You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
he sounds familiar.
In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Oh, right.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
You met them so quickly.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
I hope I'm ready too. A skirmish at dawn. Prologue. An inevitable encounter.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Select the unit and then move to an enemy. While the unit's next to an enemy, command window. La la la. Basically, usual stuff. Alright, so I kind of like this game already because it has the presentation of that Shadows of Valentia had, and that's that everything's voiced. So let's see, swords, axes, and lances. So I'm gonna send Dimitri here. Yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, weapon will break when repeated use brings its durability to 0. So this has weapon durability. You fight with a broken weapon, but your might and hit rate will be reduced, and enemies will make follow-up attacks more easily. Be careful with your weapons, you cannot repair them mid-battle. That makes sense. So,
Stay focused.
Just trying to like absorb all of
As
this
expected.
at once. Use the battle menu to create bookmark saves, view tutorial guides, and more. Access it, press the A button when the cursor is on a space without an active unit. And the player phase, the enemy phase. You can go ahead and read this, I'm gonna just close that. Alright, so, oops. I'm trying to... Okay. I'm trying to figure out there's a way to zoom this out. I'll figure it out. For now. Alright. Can I not move him? I guess so.
I will prevail.
I guess not. Oh. Those can attack from long range. Although their hit rate is reduced as range increases, they're highly effective against flyers like Pegasus Knights and Wyvern Riders.
Ready and willing.
Do that. Great.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Certain terrain will have effects from the unit occupying it. Forest, for instance, will raise a unit's evasion and defense. Move your units to advantageous terrain and prepare to meet the enemy. Alright, so... I'll do this. Wait, hold on. Okay, I just completely canceled it out. That's...
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Forests are not the only terrain type you will encounter. Keep an eye out for others, such as thickets and heel tiles. You can see the effects of terrain by placing your cursor over it. Press the X button on an empty space to toggle terrain information and unit icons. So, I'll just go straight into the danger zone. Have Dimitri to at least back me up here. I will do this.
We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Will do. I kinda built that. I think at some point I'll turn off the animations.
This is a fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
Combat arts are powerful techniques that use more weapon durability than usual. They do not typically allow for follow-up attacks. Units learn new combat arts when their weapon skill levels go up. There are no combat arts for reason or faith. Those skills grant magic instead. I'm pretty much learning this as I go along. That's on this guy.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Oh, okay. Do that, attack. Oh, I'm hitting a rock.
You know your limits.
There's a lot of stuff I need to absorb. Oh. Still got combat arts. Tempest limits. Okay. Take him out in one fell swoop.
I must stay focused.
Let's talk about items.
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Item icon on an enemy indicates that you will get an item that is highlighted green in the unit's details display when you defeat them. So... okay. You can't really see what they have. I'll go over here. Wait. Over here.
You
Have her talk to him.
a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Okay, I will.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
I think he just went straight into the battle.
Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
When attack an enemy that is also in attack range of one or more of your other units, you will trigger the linked attack. During a linked attack, your avoid rate and hit rate are higher than normal. Linked attacks between certain units will also raise might. Good use of linked attacks is key to defeating powerful enemies. Linked attacks will also build support among the units involved. So I don't think they attack at the same time, unless it's like a special condition. I think it just means it's like when we're all next to each other. Let me see. Let me just attack. It's like when we're all next to each other, it's like it affects our stats.
As expected.
It affects our stats and then like kind of lowers theirs as well. Makes sense a little bit. Oh, wait. Oh, I'll do this anyway. Yeah, because for some reason I thought that was Claude. I thought I had Claude over there, but he's over here. What's his combat art? Curve shot. I can hit that dude. Okay, I haven't moved Dimitri yet, so I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
No, you're not.
Yeah!
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll use... Oh, dang. Okay, never mind. Actually, I'll do... Yeah, I'll just end my turn.
Hey! You with the blank stare! Out of my way!
Oh, damn. Leveled up.
Another
Man, that
step
was a good
forward.
level up. My char is higher. I'm guessing that means
Your
charisma.
defeat was inevitable.
Is Geralt gonna defeat him?
What the? Aren't you Gerald the Blade Breaker? What's a renowned mercenary like you doing here?
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.
I was thinking of who he sounded like. He sounds like Jiraiya from Naruto.
Be mindful.
Be mindful. Mindful of this. Get this sword. He gets kicked up.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning.
I mean, we are in the beginning.
Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
Sothis?
I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name?
Yep.
Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
I'm less of a child?
Correct. You understand.
Okay, so I kind of get what those little, like, heart pop-ups are. It's like, it went down with Geralt earlier.
You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
The game would have been over. Thank you.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all.
It's like, I'm not even going to question stopping time.
Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
What now?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this.
So I'm guessing she's just going to reverse time.
Now what to do?
Keep time frozen until I'm safe. Stay here and wait to die. Okay, turn back the hands of time.
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome.
I'm sorry.
I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
It's like she's trying to sound philosophical, but she's like so confused about it. Cutscene again. Kipped up.
Hey, over here!
Huh?
So I remember that cutscene.
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
They must know each other. 6 turns. I'm the MVP.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages!
I think during this playthrough, I'm not going to really talk that much, because I usually just, like, experience these games. So, I mean, I'll probably just chime in here and there, like I am doing right now, and I'll, like, stop the conversations that are going on. I'll try not to talk during the conversations, while, like, the characters are talking.
Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain.
It sounds kind of similar to Path of Radiance with Ike's dad, with the Grail mercenaries. Because I think like he was a captain at some point. I don't really remember too much about that though.
Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child? Is that so?
That's correct.
Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Of course.
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
For 20 years.
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
For 20 more years.
The Knights of Seros. They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
It's like, what was that voice in my head?
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
I didn't know he was a
How
captain.
curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything.
It was part of his strategy.
Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Utterly.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment.
It's starting.
The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
I mean, I almost died.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really.
Guys, there's enough for me for all of you.
I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well?
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. She is a refined young woman, but I feel as though she is always evaluating me. And Claude. His easy smile is striking, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes.
Yes, I thought the same.
I am so sleepy once again.
I guess that gives you an idea of who they are.
I may be sleeping, but
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
That's some art.
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, A league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these three mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
More cutscenes.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
Oh.
There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Rhea's here.
She was in that first cutscene.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Kind of seems weird, but
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
why do they look so much like Sothas?
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I guess I got her hair color.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
My name is Slim Shady.
A fine name indeed.
It is.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work here? As a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking, making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
This is kind of like what I was thinking too.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
You're a lot of things. You're a songstress?
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company.
I wonder if that would have gone up with either choice.
Perhaps you've heard of me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Of course
Do you
not.
really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
I should probably like stop pushing the A button every time I try to talk, so I don't talk over any of these characters.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
Until something goes down.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
I wonder who Flayn is.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well.
I guess she trusts Jareth. Gerald, whatever.
More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual.
I'm saying wrong names, I'm seeing these names, and I don't know what I'm doing. Geralt.
We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Of course.
While exploring the monastery, move camera with the right stick, plus minus move in, zoom in and out. Probably should have did that on the during the first stage. B and Y, hold dash. If you're ever unsure what to do next, look at the left side of the screen. Your current objectives will be displayed there. Okay, so we're here now. So, hopefully this is still within the first part, because there's a lot of talking. Okay, so at least my plan for the series, for now anyway, is there's not going to be too much commentary from me. It's like, it'll probably be like bits and pieces, like a bunch of other series that I've done. I'm just moving around and stuff. Sure to greet everyone. So, basically, what I'm going to do is, with each chapter, like each battle, I mean, it's like the battles themselves will be its own part, and then anytime that I'm exploring the monastery, the school, anytime that I'm exploring the school, I'll just have that as a sub part. More than likely, I'll have that unlisted. So like, if you want to watch those parts, you can. But it's like with the following parts, I'll probably at least try to explain. I'll try to explain what happened in between, like what I did, like monastery-wise, school-wise, and whatnot, before like we actually get into any story stuff, any battles, and all that. So, at least for now, I'm just gonna explore the monastery. Explore the monastery, see what there is to do. And
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct?
And I'll get to experience the game for what it is.
To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me. May I ask a favor of you?
Can I decline this? You speak with every student you can. This might be your only chance to see what they're really like before you become a professor. Hey, speak to the 3 house leaders. Okay, yeah. I'll get an iron sword, a vulnerary, and some money. Quests are tasks given to you by people around the freaking monastery. I honestly don't know if I can hear that spray like in the commentary, but it is pretty loud for me to hear, so I don't know. Around the monastery, those who can give or are involved with quests will have icons by them. Until the quest may need to see the quest you have accepted. The icons beside each quest indicate their status. Icons for essential quests are red. Okay, so I got that, so... What's up?
I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
I'm surprised too, because you didn't see me fight.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but They ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
Wonder who that was.
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Okay. Let's go around the monastery and greet everyone. Oh, there's it there. So they're just walking out of doors. Minimap, the upper right corner of the screen shows the current location, the locations of important people, the directions of quest givers, and more. Zoom or change the map view with the ZR button. Oh, okay. Oh, dang. Okay, that's a thing. Over the shoulder view like Resident Evil 4. Alright.
That's so.
Start over here. Are you guys important? Oh snap, you're not important. You're not either. Okay. Oh, alright. The reception hall. I mean, at least for like the chapter beginnings, I don't have to read them like I did with Fire Emblem Warriors, because they'll do that for me. So I can't talk to anybody. Just kind of see what they are saying. Let's talk to the Edelgard.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelk.
What?
I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire.
What kind of last name do you have, lady?
I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Sure. Okay. I'll ask about you last. Who's Hubert?
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Look at that smug look on his face.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Iron, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
And I'm trying to go through these as fast as possible. I'll look at the stats later when I just like watch over the recording.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire. He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
So he'd probably be a axe wielder. Like, it's a strength. I also wonder what that flag means in the weaknesses area. I guess I'll find out later. Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul.
Who is Count Varley?
I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Okay, so He'd mostly be a lance user or a bow user.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception.
Oh, Dorothea.
She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
I wonder if she is from the same opera company as, what's-her-face? Oops. Okay, so sword user and tome user.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
And she has a lot of strengths, and she probably wouldn't be good as a magic user. I'm pretty sure, well, you can definitely change that.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Zoom in, zoom out. I honestly wonder what that flag means. There we go. Where is he? We're in the Officers' Academy. Okay. Okay, there's someone over there. Oh, student.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness.
He has a normal name.
I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Sure.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Zoom in, zoom out.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
Has to make the most of what he has. I can see him being like a tank.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Yeah, he does not look like a knight. He doesn't look like knight material.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Okay. So mage, and she actually has a decent magic stat starting off, so...
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
I know that feeling. Let's see. Just reading the abilities, seeing the strengths. She has a decent magic stat too.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
So she's lazy.
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Okay, so she has no weaknesses. She has some strengths, though. I can honestly see her being a good unit. Just like from that description. But she wants to be a mercenary. So she'll put in the work.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Okay. Oh, okay. I get to talk to the students of this house.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
He sounds uptight.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
Oh, Ignace.
And I am Lysithia von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
She sounds familiar. I know there's like a bunch of voice actors that were like revealed to do this game, but it's like all I really saw the ones that were doing the like the main characters' voices, or like the main three, and then this guy right here. Me.
Are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund.
Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leone Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Who are you? I wonder if I talked to everybody. I'm more of a dog person. Spotted Dimitri. So bad.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Let's spot everybody. Talk to the Blue Lions.
Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Your name is not spelled the way you say it.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
What's his name?
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
It's like I knew his name before, but it's still funny to hear it.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled, and he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Is that a
Felix,
challenge?
Must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Felix, Ingrid, and Sylvain are old friends.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
Oh, Mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said.
She sounds familiar too.
I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, I need to find, Oh, I'm dumb. That's Claude over there. Exactly. My apologies.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself.
My name is Hove.
I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
What's with these names?
Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here.
Yep.
Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the blue lions catch your attention?
There are blue lions? Now let me start with you.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
It probably will explain things in the future.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
That dude's tall, though. Yeah, I could probably see him being a tank, too.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Or maybe he hangs around skilled people to make himself look better? Who knows?
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lonato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Now, like with the lockpick ability, he could probably be at least a thief. A thief that could use either an axe or a bow as his strengths.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help. I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
Yeah, so she's definitely the healer. Because, like, if she's one of the ones that I have to build up, like, she's probably going to be, like, a straight-up healer. A straight-up healer might become just, like, a regular mage at some point.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night. Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
So basically, you'd probably be the Cordelia of this game from Fire Emblem Awakening. About like how knightly she is. That's pretty much her strengths. Let's do that.
I appreciate your effort.
Oh, okay. I suppose I should return to Rhea. I'll continue exploring.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
Because I want to at least come in here and talk to her class before continuing. I'm probably just going to end it after this, to be honest.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
There's a language barrier.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
I don't know, she sounded familiar from like the few words she said. But we'll see.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Dang.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery? Shall I show you around?
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Alright, let's return to it.
How are you enjoying your time at the academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Which house will I choose? Honestly, I'll stick with the Blue Lions. So I could probably get some people from the other houses. But I mean, we'll see how that goes.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
Yeah.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
Oh, that's Flame.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of.
It was weird because Geralt mentioned her.
In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
As I was saying, it's like, I think he mentioned Flame? Or somebody mentioned her? It's like, I don't know why.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Don't mind if you treat me as a friend.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Having
Of course.
honed your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh, I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
There are new places to explore in the monastery. See 1,000 G from the Church of Ceres as funding for this month's activities.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise.
Go for it.
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
Well, it's going to take 5 months.
Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
And you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well.
So I wouldn't get the same crest as Geralt, then?
Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power.
I mean, a chance of getting the same crest anyway.
Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Sure, do what you can.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
Okay, so what house is he teaching?
What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
I just held out my hand.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
The monastery schedule features different events on different days. Each week you will have one day off, when you may choose an activity from the list. Your only option at first will be Explore. Select the calendar with the directional buttons to view the schedule. Okay, so I'm able to explore and eventually do seminars, battles, or rest. I guess that that one event is on the 30th, which is on a Wednesday. First day off. Okay, yeah. House rivalry battle and Ferdinand's birthday. Whose birthday was Hubert's birthday? And rescued. Okay, so that just happened. Right, of course.